Hi everyone, my name's Cathy. Welcome to Skint Living UK. Today's Frugal Fridays, and this is when I have a little chat about my viewers' comments and little tips and what things they've been up to that week. If you're new here, you're more than welcome, and if you keep coming back, thank you. So let's crack on into what we've all been nattering on about. After last Friday's Frugal Friday video, Jenny Conroy, 1658. Hiya, Jenny. Mum used to collect Green Shield stamps. Gosh, do you remember them? Used to get them in the co-op, and the till used to reel them out, and you'd stick them in little books. And then each book, I think, was worth so much, and there was a catalogue, and you'd go and pick a free gift out. That was the forerunner to Argos. That's how Argos started, because of the little catalogues from the Green Shield stamps. God, I haven't thought about them for a long time. I remember them in the 70s. I don't know if they stopped them in the 80s. Let me know if you know in the comments below. Lynn Norman 2144. Hey Lynn. She says it's just a matter of appreciating what you have. And Sue R150B said the same. Yeah, I think being frugal is just sort of being thankful that you have something and just getting on with it. She says she thinks a lot of people who she thinks about the people who used to live in her house because it was an old house, and some parts of it were built in 1790. My house was built in 1908, so it's Edwardian, and I looked at the census, and there used to be a little family here at first. They were the first family here, a married couple and a little girl, and the dad used to work on the railway because the railway was nearby. So it's interesting what information you can find out through the census and all that sort of thing. Fascinating. Number 3, Kerry James 63112. Hey Kerry, she always leaves lovely comments every week. Thank you, honey. She says she uses an old bottling jar and saves her silver, and then when it's full she takes it to the shop. Yeah, I think everyone has a penny jar, don't they? I do. I've got an old Nutella jar that I use for pennies. It just sits on the kitchen table. And usually it takes me a year to fill it, sometimes maybe a year and a half. Because I end up tipping into it. We take it to one of those coin machines at Morrison's and we use it for chocolate. Because if it's a treat, so you might as well. Kerry also said on my Can't Fix Things Anymore video, she said her husband rewired all the electricity in the house and he used to fix his own car. And I think people were more hands-on then, weren't they? Especially with cars. There's always someone tinkering about with a car. Rainbow Tree 3, hello hon. She said she fixed her NutriBullet herself with a £2 part, and watched a little video and she done it. Well done you, honey. Kids and grandkids 840, hello hon, you're always doing lovely comments, I appreciate it. She said her son used to go to the car graveyard, to Scrappy, and get spares for his car. And she said they used to have big racks with all the parts on, all labelled. Yeah, that's what it was all about, wasn't it? Just sort of recycle, reuse. We didn't call it recycle in them days. It was just like, let's go and fix the car. People were just being pragmatic. Taffy and I, hiya Taff. His mum had a brass electric kettle that she fixed a few times, and his dad used to work on the roads and he would do carpentry and metal work in his spare time, and he made nearly everything in his house. God, that's amazing, isn't it? I remember that because years ago blokes always had a big tool chest, or even a shed if they had the space. Yeah, I think that's the thing. I've got a few toolboxes. All my tools live under the stairs. Yeah, I have got to think about tools. I think they're fascinating. Catherine Grimwood 6809. Hello, Catherine. She said her first washing machine lasted 16 years. Yeah, mine was like that. It went on and on and on. And she reckons out the programmes only last about 5. Yeah, even less, I think, these days, isn't it? It's just like, yeah. She said her brother used to fix cars, but it's all computerised now. Yeah, it's all chips. They don't want you to fix it. I think, like everything else, it's all disposable, isn't it? They think, once you've fixed it a few times, they want you to go out and buy a new one. Sue again. Hiya, Sue. Thanks for all the lovely comments this week. A few years ago, she needed a new kettle, so she did loads of research, and she wanted to get the most environmentally efficient and ethical and mendable kettle she could. It died 18 months later, and the parts were no longer available. So you try to do good, and then it backfires on you. Yeah, so she says if anything of hers is broke, she has to go and fixing it because it's broke anyway. So it doesn't hurt to have a go, does it? No, it doesn't. Certainly doesn't. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Jan Johnson 5209. Hey, Jan. Thank you, honey. You've had some lovely comments this week. She says, no one makes money if you mend things. Yeah, it's corporate greed. She says her husband's really clever, and if he doesn't know how to do it, he watches YouTube. I think YouTube's a great mine of information. Even if you do know, it's always nice to watch a video. That's how I learned about tank and bathrooms and stuff, because I just thought there must be a way of doing this, because years ago, they used to, rather than plasterboard, it was like these big concrete sheets, but they weigh a ton, and I can't move it because my hands are buggered, as you know. Talking with my hands, I've had me canoes downsides because the swelling's starting to go down a little bit, and I've got to go back every week. He said, thank you everyone for all the lovely comments about me canoes and me fingers and wishing me well. I do appreciate it. I must admit, at the end of the day, I'm still in agony, but not as bad as when I first got it on. Oh, it was horrible. Don't recommend it. Thank goodness for cocodamol. That's all I can say. On my video 10 things that frugality doesn't mean. Sue says it's all about living within one's means, what's important to us, rather than buying something because everyone else has it, like they do have on TikTok and places like that. Yeah, you're so right. Rainbow Tree 3, hey again, hon. She says she's been saving really hard for a holiday for a week in Poland with her grandson, so it's like a big adventure. She can only afford a week, but it doesn't matter. Still a break, isn't it? Still a holiday. And Poland, I'd like to go to Lithuania. My grandmother and all her family there are from Lithuania. So I'd like to go. So I'm planning on going when I'm 60, have a little trip out there and have a little look. So that's literally next door to Poland. Taffy and what is it? Oh yeah. Taffy Nige told me he got some second-hand Levi's jeans. Oh, God, they used to be really good quality years ago. And he's still got a pair of Doc Martens going strong. I keep bidding on DMs. And I just never seem to win because I want the cherry red ones. And I've got big feet. I've got size 7. So I like DMs because they're nice and wide and chunky. And they last you years. So I highly recommend DMs. Kerry said their frugality is all about intentional spending. Yeah, not just going off and spending money on a whim. Go and do your research, unlike poor Sue with a rubbish kettle. But yeah, we do the best that we can, don't we? We do the research and then we want to get some quality and wait till there's a discount or a voucher or an offer on, rather than paying full price. So we want quality, but we want a little bit cheaper. Which is why not? That's what frugality is to me. I did a little decluttering video. Taffy Nigel says he's slowly doing his. Yeah, I know the feeling, honey. And Alison Hooton 89, hello, honey. She says she's slowly doing hers and she's hoping to downsize in 18 months, and her aim is to get rid of half of her stuff. That's admirable, isn't it? Half. Yeah, probably I'm the same, because once my son's moved, all his junk will go. Yeah, so yeah, half though, that's admirable. And I did a little DIY video because I tanked the bathroom floor. It took me 15 minutes with a paintbrush with this semi-working hand. Can't use this one anyway, and I'm left-handed, so it's okay because my right hand's kaput, but I can still use my left hand because I'm left-handed. Sue says she painted a planter and a garden fence, a front garden fence with the last of her paint. Well done, honey. And Jacqueline Lovesey, Oh, lucky thing. She got a free garden patio set from those lovely metal ones to her next door neighbours. She said it was a dull grey colour. So she's been spray painting it in sage green paint, and she already had the paint. So she's got this beautiful set, and it's literally costing nothing, and it's just been a little bit of effort painting it. So well done, Jacqueline. And thanks for your other comments during the week as well, Jacqueline. So there you go. That's the end of me ramble. So thanks so much for watching, and if you could be so kind, could you please like, share and subscribe, and please drop me a comment. I always like people's fond memories, especially like the green shield stamps and stuff, and things that people used to mend and repair. So fascinating, because if anyone younger's watching, they're probably like, what are they on about? But they can go off and research and see what we're talking about. So bye for now, and I hope to see you soon.